The U.S. President Donald Trump says a second aircraft carrier will soon head to West Asia, increasing military pressure on Iran as negotiations continue over Tehran's nuclear program.
Help America's winning again, America's respected again, and perhaps most importantly, we are feared by the enemies all over the globe. They fear us. And, I don't like to say fear, but sometimes you have to have fear because that's the only thing that really will get the situation taken care of. We have a situation right now where we sent a very big carrier group to Iran. I'd love to see if we could make a deal. They've been difficult to make a deal. I thought we would have had a deal last time. They wish they did, and that's where we did Midnight Hammer.
The president confirmed the deployment after visiting troops at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. His remarks come as administration weighs whether to take potential military action against Tehran. Trump has also suggested that a change in power in Iran would be the best possible outcome.
Well, it seems like that would be the best thing that could happen. For 47 years, they've been talking and talking and talking. In the meantime, we've lost a lot of lives while they talk, and legs blown off, arms blown off, faces blown off. So we'll see it out. If we could get it settled for once and for all, that would be good.
In recent weeks, Trump has said his top priority in pushing Iran to further scale back its nuclear program. However, he indicated that nuclear restrictions alone would not be enough, suggesting that the United States is seeking broader concessions from Tehran. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who traveled to Washington this week for meetings with Trump, has urged that any agreement with Iran include steps to neutralize its ballistic missile program and halt its funding of proxy groups including Hamas and Hezbollah. Iran maintains that its nuclear program is intended for peaceful purposes. Before the June war, Tehran had been enriching uranium to 60% purity, a short technical step away from weapons-grade levels. Now, in a related development, the head of the United Nations nuclear watchdog says reaching an agreement with Iran on inspections of its nuclear processing facilities is possible, but extremely difficult. International Atomic Energy Agency Director General Rafael Grossi told the Munich Security Conference that inspectors returned to Iran after attacks by Israeli and U.S. forces last year, but have not yet been able to access any of the sites that were targeted. Also at the Munich conference, Reza Pahlavi, the exiled son of Iran's last Shah, has said that his goal is for Iranians to elect a democratic government. Pahlavi said he has no personal ambitions for power.
From the first day I started, I considered my mission in life to bring the country to a point that we can have that final referendum and the people elect their first democratic government in the future. That, to me, is the finish line and mission accomplished in life. I don't have any personal ambition. I'm not seeking power. I don't want to have a crown on my head or a title. But I think that they should look at me as a bridge to that destination and not the destination itself.
The U.S.-based Pahlavi, who has lived outside Iran since before his father was toppled in the 1979 Islamic Revolution, acknowledged that Iran's opposition remains fragmented and lacks a strong organized presence inside the country. On the sidelines of the conference, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky met with Pahlavi, and according to Ukraine's presidential office, both men condemned cooperation between Russia and Iran, including the supply of Iranian Shahed drones to Russian forces and the licensing of their production.